The Calabasas afternoon was a perfect painting. The generous, golden Californian sun bathed Travis Scott's imposing mansion. By the edge of the infinity pool, with Los Angeles stretching out in a mosaic of rooftops and skyscrapers in the distance, Travis was immersed in his own universe. His headphones pulsed with experimental beats, rough sketches of a new sound that didn't yet have a name. He scrolled through his feed, a sea of industry news and buzz, but his mind was restless. The Utopia tour was a massive success, with tickets selling out in minutes and frenzied crowds in every city, yet he felt an echoing void, a missing piece in the puzzle. Suddenly, the familiar vibration of the iPhone in his hand broke the moment's tranquility. On the screen, his manager's name, J. Cole, flashed with an urgency Travis knew well. J. Cole was more than just a manager. He was a strategist, a behind-the-scenes wizard who turned crazy ideas into reality. "Yo, Trav, I've got an idea that's either genius or completely insane. I don't know which yet, but it's gonna make your jaw drop." J. Cole's voice boomed from the speakerphone, charged with that unmistakable energy that promised something big. Travis adjusted himself on the lounge chair, a hesitant smile beginning to form on his lips. "Lay it on me, Jay." "You know I love a good insanity with potential," Travis replied, his gaze fixed on the distorted reflection of his face in the pool. Water. He instinctively trusted J. Cole's insights, even when they seemed to come from another planet. Often, it was these flashes of madness that catapulted his projects to a new level. His mind was already racing, trying to guess who the target of this insanity could be. An icon? A legend who could inject an extra dose of weight and history into the tour, J. Cole paused dramatically as if savoring the suspense. "Get ready, because this is a game changer. We're talking about Snoop Dogg." The name hung in the warm California air, dense and full of history. Travis felt an electric shock run through his body, almost dropping the phone into the pool. Snoop Dogg? The OG himself? The original Doggy Dog? The audacity of the idea was overwhelming, almost unbelievable. He blinked, processing the information, as the image of Snoop on stage, beside him, began to form in his mind, vibrant and powerful. Adrenaline flooded Travis's system. He stood up abruptly, beginning to pace back and forth along the pool's edge, his bare feet feeling the warm, smooth deck. The vision of the crowd, the fans' reaction to seeing Snoop Dogg live on the Utopia stage, was something that sent a shiver down his spine. This wasn't just a collaboration. It was a cultural event, a milestone that would unite generations of hip-hop. The implications were gigantic, not only for the tour, but for the very narrative of music itself. The next few minutes were a torrent of questions and frenzied strategy. "What do you mean, Snoop Dogg? Is he down? His schedule? Ours? And the money? J. Cole? The money?" Travis rattled off, his voice hoarse with excitement. J. Cole, with the calmness of someone who already had everything mapped out, began to detail the first steps. Snoop's team had already shown initial interest, seeing the potential for a union that would cross decades of rap. The sun began to set, painting the Calabasas sky with shades of orange and purple, as J. Cole's audacious idea gained the contours of an imminent reality. Travis ended the call with a mixture of euphoria and terrifying excitement. He knew the negotiations would be complex, that there would be gigantic obstacles, but the vision of Snoop Dogg, with his unmistakable stage presence and laid-back cool, standing shoulder to shoulder with him, creating an unforgettable sonic experience, overshadowed any doubt. The air around him seemed to crackle with possibility, a testament to the sheer magnitude of what was about to unfold. This wasn't just another tour stop. It was a journey into the heart of hip-hop history. The air inside the Los Angeles rehearsal studio crackled with a palpable tension, a hum of nervous energy that settled over every microphone stand and soundboard. Travis arrived unusually early, the residual thump of his own latest tracks still vibrating in his chest. He moved with purpose, adjusting equipment, checking the intricate wiring of the stage setup, trying to channel his buzzing anticipation into productive tasks. This wasn't just any meeting. It felt like a pivotal moment, a crossroad in his career that promised to redefine boundaries. Outside, the vast, hazy sprawl of the LA skyline stretched endlessly, a silent witness to the impending convergence of two musical titans. Then, the heavy studio door swung open, and the atmosphere shifted instantaneously. There he was. Snoop Dogg, a living legend, stepping into the room with that inimitable, almost ethereal swagger. A respectful hush fell over the assembled crew, a collective intake of breath. Snoop's presence was immediate and undeniable, a magnetic blend of cool confidence, seasoned wisdom, and an approachable warmth that instantly put people at ease. He carried an aura of effortless mastery, decades of unparalleled experience radiating from his every move. Travis felt a surge of profound respect, mingled with a touch of genuine awe as he watched the icon glide into his space. "Yo, Trav, good to finally meet you, nephew," Snoop boomed, his voice a smooth, resonant baritone that filled every corner of the studio. He extended a hand, his grip firm and steady. Travis grinned, a genuine smile replacing his earlier tension, feeling it melt away instantly. The handshake was more than just a greeting. It was a silent acknowledgement of mutual respect, a bridge forming between two artists from different eras, yet profoundly united by their unwavering passion for the craft of music. It felt less like a formal introduction and more like a long-overdue reunion of kindred spirits, an understanding passing between them without a single spoken word. They spent the next few hours immersed in conversation, delving deep into topics beyond just music. They talked about life, their individual journeys through the often turbulent landscape of the industry, and the ever-evolving soul of hip-hop. Snoop, with a twinkle in his eye, shared captivating anecdotes from his early days, offering profound insights that only someone with his extraordinary longevity and perspective could provide. Travis listened intently, absorbing every word, feeling a profound connection solidifying between them. The conversation flowed effortlessly, a testament to their shared understanding of the relentless grind, the elusive glory, and the sacrifices inherent in chasing their artistic visions. As they finally transitioned from conversation to creation, laying down some initial tracks, a natural, undeniable synergy began to emerge. Snoop's signature laid-back, melodic flow blended with surprising seamlessness into Travis's aggressive, innovative trap beats. The studio transformed into a vibrant creative crucible, a hallowed space where raw ideas bounced off the walls, taking shape and evolving into something fresh, exciting, and utterly unique. It wasn't about one artist dominating the other. It was about two distinct sounds intertwining, each enhancing the other, creating a harmonious new vibe that felt both nostalgic and cutting-edge. The first collaborative track they worked on felt electric, a live wire humming with potential. It was raw, authentic, and undeniably powerful, a raw nerve exposed. Travis found himself energized and grounded by Snoop's calm demeanor and seasoned, methodical approach, while Snoop, in turn, seemed to genuinely appreciate Travis's relentless energy, his boundless creativity, and his cutting-edge, visionary sound. They were two sides of the same artistic coin, pushing each other to explore new creative heights. The Californian sun began its slow descent below the horizon, casting long, dramatic shadows across the studio floor. But the fire of their creative collaboration burned brighter than ever, illuminating the path ahead. The tour bus was a colossal beast, a chrome-plated mansion hurtling through the American night. Outside, the vast, varied landscape blurred into a streak of taillights and shadowy trees as they carved a path towards the first major show in a distant city. Inside, it was a self-contained universe, a microcosm of controlled chaos and burgeoning camaraderie. Travis and Snoop, along with their respective crews, a carefully curated mix of managers, security, engineers, and close confidants, settled into an intricate rhythm. The initial formality of their professional relationship, slowly, organically, gave way to a comfortable, almost familial rapport. The steady, hypnotic rumble of the road beneath them became the omnipresent soundtrack to their shared, unfolding journey. Life on the road was a beast of its own kind, a demanding regimen of long hours, surprisingly cramped spaces despite the luxury, and an almost constant state of motion that could disorient even the most seasoned traveler. Yet within this unique blend of confinement and exhilaration, a genuine sense of family began to emerge. Snoop, with his unparalleled decades of touring experience under his belt, became an unofficial mentor. He generously shared countless tips and tricks for navigating the eccentricities of bus life. Always accompanied by a knowing grin and a calm demeanor that suggested he'd seen it all. He seemed to glide through the organized chaos with an effortless grace, his deep well of wisdom, acting as a grounding, calming influence on everyone. One particularly long and monotonous stretch of highway, somewhere in the vast expanse of the Midwest, provided the perfect backdrop for an unexpected bonding ritual. They gathered around a makeshift poker table set up in the bus's lounge area. The stakes were playfully low, bragging rights and maybe a few $100s, but the laughter was loud, echoing off the plush interior. The conversations flowed as freely as the late-night coffee. Travis, usually guarded, found himself opening up, sharing raw stories of his early struggles in Houston, the relentless grind, and his audacious dreams for the future of his empire. Snoop listened intently, his eyes crinkling at the corners, offering sage advice born from his own tumultuous, triumphant journey through the music industry's often treacherous landscape. The bond between the two artists deepened with each passing mile, solidifying not just professionally but personally. They discovered a shared, profound love for the foundational sounds of classic West Coast hip-hop, spending hours debating iconic tracks, dissecting lyrical masterpieces, and reminiscing about influential artists who paved the way. It wasn't just about the groundbreaking music they were currently creating together. It was about acknowledging and celebrating the shared history that intricately connected them. The bus, initially just a sophisticated mode of transport, transformed into a sanctuary, a mobile haven where egos were shed, defenses lowered, and genuine heartfelt connections were forged under the glow of the interior lights. Food, surprisingly, became another powerful bonding ritual. They'd often make spontaneous, unannounced stops at local diners in obscure towns, much to the initial bewilderment and eventual amusement of their tight-lipped security detail. They sampled regional specialties, from greasy spoon breakfasts in Kansas to late-night barbecue in Tennessee. Snoop, a connoisseur of comfort food, introduced Travis to some of his cherished hidden gems, while Travis shared his affinity for late-night gourmet snacks and specific high-end coffee blends. These simple shared moments of breaking bread together became unexpected anchors in the exhilarating, dizzying whirlwind of tour life, moments of normalcy amidst the extraordinary. More than just a means of getting from one city to the next, the tour bus organically evolved into a mobile creative hub. Ideas for new tracks were constantly being tossed around, sometimes whispered in the dead of night, sometimes shouted over the hum of the engine. Snippets of lyrics were recorded hastily. On phones, beats hummed into existence during quiet moments, and spontaneous freestyles erupted in the lounge. The journey itself became an integral part of the artistic process, the ever-changing scenery, and the shared experiences fueling their collective creative fire. The night outside the tinted windows was often dark and vast, but inside, the light of their collaboration shone brightly, illuminating their path forward. The first joint show with Snoop Dogg on board was a sensory overload, a dazzling blur of flashing strobes, the almost deafening roar of tens of thousands of ecstatic fans, and an electric atmosphere that vibrated through the very foundations of the arena. Travis, usually a picture of unflappable composure, admitted to a tiny, almost imperceptible flicker of nerves backstage. This wasn't just another performance. This was a monumental collaboration, a moment that felt destined to be etched permanently into the annals of music history. The sheer, overwhelming weight of expectation, not just from the fans but from the entire industry, was palpable, pressing down even on the most seasoned performers. Snoop, with his keen veteran's eye, immediately noticed the subtle shift in Travis's usually boundless energy, the slight tightening around his eyes. With a calm, reassuring smile, he placed a firm, steady hand on Travis's shoulder. "Relax, young blood. We got this. Ain't nothing but a thing," he drawled, his voice a smooth, steadying force that cut through the chaotic backstage noise. "Just remember why we do this. For the love of the music, and for the people who believe in it. The fans." His words were deceptively simple, yet profoundly powerful, instantly slicing through the pre-show jitters like a warm knife through butter. It was a clear, unspoken moment of true mentorship, a symbolic passing of the torch from one generation to the next, cementing their bond. As they strode onto the massive stage, silhouetted against a wall of blinding light, the roar of the crowd, was not just deafening, it was an almost physical force, a tidal wave of pure, unadulterated excitement washing over them. The energy was explosive, a raw, primal scream of anticipation and adoration. Travis felt an immediate surge of adrenaline, his earlier nerves completely obliterated and replaced by a potent cocktail of exhilarating excitement and pure, unbridled joy. The stage lights bathed them in a kaleidoscope of vibrant, shifting colors, transforming the arena into a pulsating, living entity. Their set was a masterclass in collaborative performance, a seamless fusion of two distinct yet complementary musical universes. They effortlessly blended their iconic tracks, each artist feeding off the other's immense energy, creating a dynamic interplay that captivated every single person in the audience. Snoop's legendary, commanding presence effortlessly owned the stage, his smooth, laid-back delivery providing the perfect counterpoint to Travis's high-octane, frenetic performance. The crowd was in an absolute frenzy, a sea of bobbing heads and raised hands, singing along to every word, their voices forming a powerful, collective anthem. It was more than just a concert. It was a spectacle of sound, light, and pure, unadulterated musical alchemy. During one of their joint performances, a seemingly minor technical glitch momentarily threatened to disrupt the meticulously choreographed flow. A critical microphone suddenly cut out, sending a ripple of concern through the production team backstage. Without missing a beat, Travis instinctively moved closer to Snoop, subtly sharing his own working mic, their voices blending effortlessly into a unified sound. It was a testament to their immediate, intuitive chemistry and their remarkable ability to adapt under pressure, a seamless, unscripted improvisation that went entirely unnoticed by the euphoric, captivated crowd. They were a single, unstoppable force. Backstage after the show, the adrenaline still coursing through their veins, Travis and Snoop shared a moment of quiet, profound triumph. The air was thick with the scent of sweat, ozone, and victory. They exchanged a look, a deep, silent acknowledgement of what they had just achieved together. A bond forged not just by shared success, but by shared challenges overcome. It wasn't just another successful show. It was the birth of an unforgettable, deeply meaningful partnership, a testament to their combined power and passion. The triumph resonated within them, a silent promise of more magic to come. Hold tight, because every great journey has its bumps in the road. This story is about to get real, showing how true legends handle adversity. If you're hooked, now's the time to comment for me on your favorite moment so far, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss how they overcome this. Life on the road, even for the most celebrated artists amidst the highs of success, inevitably brings its share of unforeseen challenges. Just as the tour was hitting its stride, a sudden, brutal cold front swept relentlessly across the East Coast, ushering in a ferocious blizzard that threatened to derail their meticulously planned string of upcoming shows. Airports were summarily shut down, runways buried under feet of snow, and major interstate roads became impassable, treacherous ribbons of ice and whiteout conditions. The logistical nightmare loomed large and menacing, casting a dark shadow over what had, until then, been an incredibly smooth and triumphant operation. The tour, a well-oiled machine, was suddenly facing a formidable, unyielding adversary in the form of Mother Nature herself. News of the relentless blizzard reached them on the tour bus, instantly chilling the atmosphere and shifting the mood from celebratory euphoria to serious, focused concern. Cancellations loomed, promising not only immense disappointment for tens of thousands of fans who had eagerly awaited their arrival, but also significant financial losses and a complete disruption to their meticulously crafted schedule. Travis, always keenly focused on maintaining momentum and delivering for his loyal fanbase, felt the immense weight of the situation pressing down on him. He immediately began brainstorming alternatives, his mind racing through countless scenarios, desperately trying to find viable solutions amidst the rapidly mounting obstacles. Snoop, ever the seasoned veteran and a picture of calm, remained unruffled amidst the brewing storm. "We've seen worse, Trav. Believe that," he drawled, his voice a steadying, reassuring force that cut through the rising anxiety. "This ain't nothing but a minor setback for a major comeback, you dig?" Without hesitation, he began making a flurry of calls, leveraging his vast and extensive network of industry contacts, seeking out alternative venues in less affected areas, exploring unconventional transportation options, and rallying support from every corner. His calm, almost stoic demeanor was infectious, a much-needed antidote to the growing anxiety that permeated the bus. The entire team worked tirelessly, a unified force battling against the clock and the elements, navigating the intricate logistical labyrinth created by the severe weather. They meticulously rerouted buses through less affected backroads, coordinated intricate new plans with local promoters who were also struggling, and even explored the seemingly far-fetched possibility of arranging private charter flights for key personnel if commercial travel remained impossible. Every single detail was painstakingly considered, all driven by a singular, unwavering commitment to ensure that, against all odds, the show would indeed go on. The camaraderie forged during countless miles on the road was now truly put to the ultimate test, and it held strong, each person stepping up to contribute their unique expertise and unwavering dedication. Despite the immense stress and the relentless pressure, there were unexpected moments of much-needed levity that cut through the tension. One memorable night, unexpectedly stranded in a tiny, sleepy town due to immediate road closures, the entire crew found themselves in a dimly lit local dive bar. They played competitive rounds of pool on a worn-out table, shared spontaneous, hilarious stories with the initially bewildered locals, and even managed to find some unexpected fun in their enforced downtime. It was a potent reminder that even amidst the most trying chaos and uncertainty, there was still joy to be found, and that sometimes, the most unexpected detours could lead to the most memorable and authentic experiences, forging bonds even deeper. The relentless storm eventually broke, slowly receding to reveal a landscape blanketed in white. Though they were forced to reschedule a handful of dates, causing minor ripples in their meticulously planned itinerary, the tour ultimately persevered, a testament to their resilience. The entire harrowing experience, while undoubtedly challenging and draining, only served to strengthen the already formidable bond between Travis and Snoop, and indeed, between every single member of their dedicated crew. They had faced true adversity together, standing united against a common foe, and had emerged on the other side not just intact, but demonstrably stronger. The ordeal had been tough, testing their limits, but the collective resolve and unwavering spirit of the team proved to be tougher still, shining brightest when tested. The final stretch of the tour was a triumphant crescendo, each successive show surpassing the last in sheer energy, electric atmosphere, and profound emotional impact. The extraordinary collaboration between Snoop Dogg and Travis Scott had transcended mere musical performance. It had become a genuine legend in its own right, a seamless fusion of two distinct eras and two incredibly unique styles that resonated deeply, powerfully, and universally with audiences spanning across the entire nation. Together, they had meticulously crafted something truly unique and deeply meaningful, a vibrant, intricate musical tapestry woven with robust threads of bold innovation, profound respect, and an undeniable, rich legacy. The entire immersive experience of the tour had profoundly impacted both artists, leaving an indelible mark on their respective trajectories. Travis, deeply inspired and profoundly moved by Snoop's timeless wisdom, his remarkable longevity, and his unwavering authenticity, found a new, unexpected depth in his own burgeoning artistry. He developed a far greater, more nuanced appreciation for the complex journey of a true artist, understanding the importance of staying fiercely true to one's fundamental roots, while simultaneously pushing relentlessly against established boundaries. The tour had not only significantly expanded his already massive fanbase, but had also broadened and enriched his entire artistic perspective, pushing him to new creative frontiers. Snoop, in turn, was visibly energized and reinvigorated by Travis's raw, untamed passion, his relentless drive, and his consistently innovative, forward-thinking approach to music. He saw in Travis a clear, vibrant reflection of his own youthful hunger and groundbreaking vision, a vibrant spirit that continuously propelled hip-hop forward, ensuring its ongoing evolution. Their unexpected collaboration had breathed vibrant, new life into some of his most iconic classic tracks, reintroducing them to an entirely new, eager generation of fans who might not have discovered them otherwise. It was a truly mutually beneficial partnership, a beautiful, fluid exchange of boundless creative energy and profound artistic respect. Beyond the bright lights and the roaring crowds, a genuine, deep-seated friendship had organically blossomed between the two artists. They often found themselves talking for hours on end, long after the shows concluded, sharing invaluable insights, offering candid advice, and simply enjoying each other's company with a comfortable ease. The powerful bond forged on the long, winding road, solidified through countless shared challenges and exhilarating triumphs, was something neither of them had explicitly anticipated when they first embarked on this journey, but both now deeply cherished. It was a powerful, moving testament to the unifying, transcendent power of music itself, transcending genres and generations. As the monumental tour concluded with a final, explosive, and emotionally charged performance in Los Angeles, the very city that had serendipitously brought them together, the energy in the arena was palpable, almost electric. The massive crowd roared its approval, a deafening wave of adoration, demanding encore after encore, seemingly unwilling to let the magic of the moment end. Travis and Snoop stood side by side on the stage, taking in the overwhelming adulation, exchanging a look that conveyed a silent, profound acknowledgement of the incredible, unforgettable journey they had shared, a silent understanding passing between them. The stage lights illuminated their triumphant, deeply satisfied smiles, bathing them in a golden glow of victory. Their extraordinary collaboration transcended the conventional boundaries of a simple concert tour. It organically evolved into a true cultural phenomenon, a powerful, inspiring testament to the undeniable force of artistic synergy, mutual respect, and the incredible, enduring power of intergenerational collaboration. The unique, compelling story of Snoop Dogg joining Travis Scott on tour would be whispered, retold, and celebrated in hip-hop circles for countless years to come. A timeless narrative of an unexpected partnership that, against all odds, created a lasting, indelible legacy in the annals of music. It was far more than just music. It was history, vividly unfolding before the world's eyes, a powerful example of what is possible when true artists unite.